Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. So here is my review for episode 6 of The Walking Dead, or I guess of season 11. And man, this episode, it resolved in the way that I wanted to, and I'm honestly really happy that we are at this point now. Like, finally, we are here. We're at this point where we can continue and go further with this. And I'm excited for the future of this now. This big storyline that we've been waiting for to wrap up, or at least learn a lot more about. We're finally there, and I'm very happy about that. I actually really liked this episode a lot. From the horror aspects to it, this really felt different. Tonally, this actually felt like much different than anything we've ever really watched on The Walking Dead before. And then, of course, the ending, which is just like absolutely like amazing. And I can't wait for the future or in the next couple of episodes. Anyways, before we go any further, because I don't want to spoil anything, obviously this will contain spoilers for episode 6. So I hope you guys are all aware of that. And also, if you are new here, make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. I will be posting my episode 7 trailer breakdown right after this, so stay tuned for that. That trailer breakdown should be coming out very soon. I'm really excited to talk about that episode. We're very close to episode 8 being out, and we're done this first part, right? Like 2 more weeks from now, and we're done the first part here. Obviously, people on TV, like, that's going to be the nice thing, right? Once we watch episode 8, and that's like what, early October, we still have like another week to be able to like enjoy the Walking Dead atmosphere, right? Because everyone's going to be, there's still the cable audience and stuff, right? So there's still going to be all of that for an extra week. And then on September 26th, if you have AMC Plus, so next weekend, I believe, is the Walking Dead World Beyond's premiere. I could be getting it all mixed up, but I believe World Beyond is then, and then Fear the Walking Dead is the week later. So, there's a lot of Walking Dead stuff coming up, and I'm really excited for World Beyond because obviously we have Jadis, who is returning to the series. And there's a lot of Rick Grimes stuff there, right? This is the final season of World Beyond. They got to introduce a lot of stuff there. So if you're new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, then make sure to be a subscriber, because there's going to be a lot to discuss here. And I guess I should also say actually that we are going to be discussing this on Discord as well. It's going to be a pretty big topic of conversation. So obviously, if you haven't followed me on Discord yet, the link for it is down below. The username is just like Appetite for the Dead. So yeah, but let's jump into this review here. So this episode, obviously there's the whole Connie element at the end there, but this episode really tonally is probably one of my favorites, because you kind of get like this demonic feeling, that this very like, it almost reminded me of the Conjuring and like the Insidious movies and stuff, but it also kind of felt like a slasher at some points, and like, I do really like that. I think Connie and Virgil work really well as characters. I actually really like Virgil. Connie I already loved. Virgil I was kind of like, well, we'll see, but I actually really like Virgil. The actor is just really great. I'm not entirely sure who the episode was directed by, but it was written by Kevin DeBolt. I don't recognize the name, but hey, he wrote a fantastic episode here. So just to talk about the reunion at the end, I might as well get into this, because this obviously was the most it was the biggest part of the episode. I thought that the way that they did it, obviously it kind of ends in a way where it's like there's still so much to deal with, right? You got to get into the whole Carol thing, Carol and Connie. There's a bunch of stuff you still got to get into, but like with what we got there, I really liked it. Honestly, I thought their expressions, Connie and Kelly, was so genuine. I actually really liked the way they reacted to one another. It was just so nice. Like, Kelly was like a mess. Connie was a mess. They were just so happy to see each other. So I would say that it worked out really well. I'm so happy in how it was done. And it was kind of a surprise too, because obviously Connie and Virgil were in a very scary situation, and they came out of nowhere to rescue them. And I just liked the whole thing there. I think all of it made sense. And I'm really happy that Connie's back now. Now, in episode 7, maybe not in 7, at least based off of the trailer, but in episode 8 for sure, they should be back in Alexandria. So Connie should be back in Alexandria, and now she's just waiting for Daryl. And honestly, man, I cannot wait for Daryl to find out. I think he's going to be freaking out. Besides that, the whole horror thing, the cannibals, I guess is what we're going to call them. Man, that was insane. The whole episode, when you're focusing on the music as well, it really built up the atmosphere. Man, I'll have to rewatch this episode again. It was just too good. It was so good. I can't explain how well done it was. I honestly really enjoyed the episode. I thought that it was probably one of the more terrifying episodes of The Walking Dead to date. I'm trying to think of another episode of The Walking Dead that was terrifying. Like for me, The Walking Dead's never been terrifying. It's really never been scary. I've always just kind of enjoyed it. This episode was actually a little terrifying. And like I wasn't really scared, right? Like even though I wasn't scared, it still felt scary, if that makes any sense. I loved it, honestly. Those creatures, those like really messed up humans, like man, they weren't even human anymore. It was pretty close to Gollum. Like it was pretty insane to actually see that, and just how they handled that. The music, Connie being paranoid about it, Virgil not believing her, and then eventually, they all just dealing with that whole situation, being trapped in that house, I guess, on the inside, right? I thought it was such a crazy tale of like what has happened to some people here in the zombie apocalypse. And I just thought everything here was so well done. Connie and Virgil's story was done really well. And now they're just kind of, I guess, they have to go back to Alexandria. And I mean, there's a lot of stuff to find out, right? There's going to be some stuff here with like Virgil and like Judith and stuff. Like there's a lot here to find out. And I guess Virgil was good after all. And like I mentioned before, I really like Virgil. He's a really honest character. He actually mentions Michonne in the episode, and like Michonne was the one that allowed him to, or I guess she pointed him in a direction, and he believes the direction was her, Connie. So I think Virgil and Connie are going to start to have a closer bond going forward, which I like. Like you can tell, like with the two characters, they definitely bonded here. So it's really cool because they both share this story here, right? This moment in their lives, and it was an insane moment. It was crazy. I just absolutely loved it. I'm gonna have to rewatch this shit again because it was crazy to actually see it told like this, right? And in an almost like demonic, like exorcist, or not exorcist, but like Conjuring, like you get those vibes, and it's really mixed with like Friday the 13th. I really got those, like Friday the 13th especially. There's a lot of slasher moments in here when they're trying to run away in the music and stuff. So that I love that a lot. Besides that, there's a lot of Maggie and Reaper stuff. There wasn't really too much Maggie. A lot of their stuff was them just hiding away from them and trying to get, I guess basically what that proves is that they are very close, right? Maggie and Negan are close to Meridian. So there's that. I guess that kind of teased that. So, and obviously you've seen the episode 7 trailer that they do get very close there. So, it's going to happen. When you're actually focusing on a lot of the Reaper stuff, Daryl tortured Frost. And yeah, I mean, I assumed he was going to do that. I figured he would do it. It just got crazy. It was crazy to see that. And I mean, yeah, I thought it was really cool to actually have Daryl do something like that because, a lot of our characters are doing pretty insane things right now, and Negan isn't. So, that I think, as a viewer watching it, you're seeing them doing these really dark things. Negan is doing nothing but helping. So I wonder if that's a writing choice, but obviously you want the fans to start to like Negan, right? Because he's going to be a good guy now. So there's that there. It could be kind of tricking us a little bit, but then again, like he is also a good guy, right? So like, yeah, there's that. Like I really do like that. Pope seems like he knows something about Daryl. It seems like he might know something. I'm definitely a little, I mean, I don't know, like the ending kind of made me a little paranoid there. He got all he needed from Frost or whatever. So like what was that? That's a little terrifying. Like I'm worried for Daryl, but yeah. So overall, yeah, I mean, I'm really happy that Connie is now back with everybody, and that's kind of where we're going to pick up there. We'll talk about what we saw in the episode 7 trailer. But as of now, I'm happy with that send off because I'm really happy, or not send off. That was the wrong thing to say. I'm happy with the fact that we can continue now with the story, and that she's back again, because originally she left because she was busy doing the Eternals, which is coming out in like 2 months from now or something, right? She was busy filming that, and so she had to leave to do that. And the story kind of worked out. I would say it was kind of a headache a little bit because it's been kind of annoying, but I think overall it's worked out, right? Because now you have Daryl gone, so now Daryl's got to react to the news, and you have the whole Leah situation. So, and like in that sense, it's going to be a lot of fun. Honestly, I really can't wait, and I do wonder how all of that would have played out if Connie was still on the show. because that was their plan, right? Like Angela Kang had this plan since like season 9, right? She wrote all that stuff there for Leah. So I'm really interested in seeing what's going to happen next with all the characters. I cannot wait for episode 8 specifically. 7 looks really good, but 8, I really can't wait for, because 8 is going to be it's going to wrap up everything. And like, then we have to wait for episode 9, which is most likely going to come out in February, which is going to suck. But I imagine we should get a trailer for episode 9 after episode 8 airs. So we'll see what that looks like. And hopefully we see Pamela Milton really soon, right? So yeah, I mean, a lot of this here definitely set up a lot of great things for the future. I would say this season so far, at least in the first 6 episodes, it set up a lot of stuff. It's introduced a lot of stuff, but it's also wrapped up a lot of different things, right? Like finally we have the Connie thing. So now the Connie thing's just done. But I mean, we still have to get Connie and Daryl's reunion, but that's going to happen at some point very soon, probably in the next 2 or 3 episodes. And then after that, you just kind of go forward. Like you're going to have some drama. You're going to have some of the Commonwealth stuff. You got to wrap up the Reaper thing. But I mean, there's no other like thing out there. I guess there's the whole Rick thing too. We got to, like, Daryl has to find out that Rick's alive, right? So there is that aspect to it. But like very soon, very soon we're going to be done the first third of the final season, and then we only have 2 more thirds left, and the Walking Dead is over. I can't believe that. It is such a crazy thing to say. But anyways, I really enjoyed episode 6. So make sure to post your thoughts down below. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one.